everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Own Your Power Radio and Own Your Power TV. I'm Coach Simone Kelly, and I'm so delighted to have Aliah Sheffield. Am I saying it right? Alicia Sheffield to be my very special guest for the Power Player segment. So welcome to the show, Aliah.
Hi, nice to meet you and speak to you. This is great.
Yeah. So I learned about you through your song "Earth Is Ghetto," and I don't even know, one of my friends posted it, and when I heard it, I mean, first it was like funny, the title, but then when I actually heard the words, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had like tears in my eyes because it felt, I could feel your emotion. I could feel, and I felt it too, because I was like, yeah, we went through a lot in the last year. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I could see it was like a very moving song, but now it's like one of those songs that plays like a broken record in my head, and usually that annoys me, but I actually like it. I'm like, oh, I'm singing, thinking I sound like you.
The melody was a broken record in my head. Like the day that I wrote it was just like in my head and walking down the street, it stuck in my head.
So tell us how you came up with the actual song, or what mood were you in? Were you going through something that made you say, I got
Um,
the hell up out of here, somebody come get me?
I was definitely going through some things. I was a little depressed. I deal with depression a lot. So but one of my main ways of coping with depression is, sarcasm and humor
Right,
and just being really frank about things.
right.
And I was inspired to write it by like I was literally walking down the street and I was going through TikTok and seeing like the little Earth is Ghetto videos, and I had seen one a while back by a creator named Flossie Baby, who is a young Black woman who creates TikTok videos um, on different subjects and whatever. And she just had a little video and it was talking about how Earth is ghetto from like aliens perspective and stuff like
Oh,
that. And
wow. I never knew. I thought you were the first person to use the Earth is Ghetto. I never
oh
heard.
no no no. In my YouTube video, I made sure to mention how I first thought about that, because you always, especially with Black creators, you have to make sure to
Mhm.
give them their credit for things that they do, even if it's just a joke, like even if it's just a passing joke to them,
Right,
is give them their credit. So
right.
uh, I was walking down the street, you're walking down the street, you're waiting at the store. The store by my house, it's pretty much gated up, and it's literally on the corner of 15. You can't go in the store because Rona, and
Right.
I'm just waiting for them and trying to figure out. I'm in Mexico, so I'm trying to figure out how to translate what I need to ask for. It doesn't seem like a big problem, but when you're here and you have to ask for something in Spanish and you don't speak Spanish,
Right,
you're
right,
just
right.
sitting. You
Como se
can't go in the store.
dice Doritos?
Yeah, I'm like, burrito, and they're like, what? And so,
You just gotta do
but
it like
yeah,
language.
I thought about that when I was waiting for them to figure out what I was asking for. And then I'm walking home and just coming up with the rest of the melody and the rest of the lyrics and stuff like that. So it was really an organic, just me being depressed and walking down the street and
Right.
getting comfort junk food and stuff like that.
But you said something really key, and at Own Your Power, we're really big on coming up with ways to release and let go, and kind of tap into who you are. And I think creativity is one of those elements that a lot of people don't realize. Everything doesn't have to be always, necessarily, going to a therapist. Music
Yeah,
is
yeah.
being in a creative space. I'm a writer, so when I write, I go into my zone. That's my way to, like, kind of let go and release things. So I love that you use that as a way to, like, heal yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
I definitely do. It's kind of, my writing is mostly a diary sometimes. So,
right, right,
like you listen to some of the other songs, it's very like personal topics.
right.
So,
And one thing I do want to say, when I started researching you, I noticed you had music videos and songs from like a long time ago, like from like maybe 2015 or whatever. So just make it clear, you're not an overnight success. You've been at this for a minute, right? So let people know, like,
over
how long
10,
have you been doing music?
over 10 years. It's been
Okay,
a really, really long time. Like probably since maybe 2009,
okay.
around the time I left college, and I went to did like a semester in college, got the bill, and I had to go. But then I started doing I started doing like, shows with a friend of mine that we're still friends too, and we still work on stuff with a guitar player named George, and just kept doing stuff. George Davidia, sorry, and just kept doing stuff like over the years, and worked with like bands and stuff like that. I even now I had a project that I was working on, an album, and we've been working on releasing this album for 4 years now.
Oh, it's one of
Uh,
these now, honey. You got plenty of
oh,
people waiting on it now. Get ready.
well, before this song came out, we had finally got the right thing to do. Like we finally got everything in line, and we were going to release it this month or next month. So we had planned on releasing this album before Earth is Ghetto. I even thought about writing it.
Right.
Just the planets aligned finally, and I keep
Okay.
saying 84 years since we've been working on that, but
But yeah,
timing,
work out. Yeah,
timing.
it didn't work out the way it's supposed to. It wasn't supposed to come out until you became an
Yeah,
international.
it wasn't supposed to come out. It wasn't supposed to come out then. It came out right on time.
What music did you grow up listening to? I'm curious because you have such a soulful vibe, like you sing in the church or something.
I honestly didn't really start singing until high school. So I mean, I've always played instruments and stuff. I played clarinet and saxophone
What?
and like concert
Okay.
band and marching band, horribly, admittedly, but
And you
I
play
played
piano,
it in like
obviously.
I didn't play. I played piano in high school too. Like I didn't start like really taking it seriously until high school.
Okay.
But I grew up listening to like Aretha Franklin, Donny Hathaway, Denise Williams, just a lot of soulful stuff like Marvin Gaye and stuff like that.
That
So
explains a lot. Yeah, because the
yeah,
melodies are so beautiful. Oh my god. And I just love how you sing with so much passion. You know what I mean? That's why I said it's really a touching song, even though the title's funny. But it's yeah, even no. Okay, so let's talk about the different renditions of it because my favorite
oh
one
yeah,
is the guy going up in like he's going up in the silver suit going up
oh
to the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
I can't
acted
pronounce.
up.
I can't pronounce his name, but that video made me like that brought the humor to it in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
at the, when it came when he posted that video on TikTok and I saw it, or somebody sent it to me, and I was just like laughing at it for a good hour because the editing and everything was so good. I wish I could remember how to pronounce his name,
Yeah,
but
you should be friends with all these people that are doing these covers for you. They're really like making it bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? No,
yeah,
and
and I really appreciate it too, and I love that people have their own takes on it and stuff like that. So I try to share it on like my Instagram
right.
and, and stuff like that. So
And how well that was one, and the other one that I loved was there was a drummer one, there was a saxophone
oh
um
yeah, yeah.
one. Like they did a lot of collaboration. Like these people really were like practicing your songs. Like that's gotta feel so good. That's
It does feel really good because I'm like I literally when I even made that video, I didn't put that much effort into making a
right.
video.
Just playing
Like
around.
I played the piano part and I didn't even use a metronome. I just like played it and uploaded and then sang along to it. It was to the point I didn't even have a microphone stand because I'm here in Mexico and I'm trying to pack like I came here with like one bag, so
Oh
I
wow.
didn't pack.
Pack light. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pack a microphone stand, so
So you're in
that's
Mexico.
why you see me just kind of swaying a little bit in the video.
Couldn't tell. Couldn't tell. No, I was gonna say you couldn't actually get a spacecraft to come pick you up, so you went to Mexico instead, right?
I had to go. I was like, no, no, I gotta go somewhere. I
Right.
gotta go somewhere.
That's
And so yeah, a lot of people laugh when I tell them that I'm in Mexico. Like, that's really on brand. You really wanted to go somewhere.
like come and get me out of here.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite. Oh, let me give him a shout out. I did find out his name, Brandon Rogers. Have you seen that one? He's
I'm not sure.
with you. He
Huh?
the brother that's doing the song, but he's harmonizing with you, and it sounds beautiful. So I'll send it to you if you don't know it.
Yeah,
Brandon Rogers.
definitely send it to me. I know of one that I liked that I did post, a guy named Robbie.
Oh no, I didn't hear that one yet.
Yeah, that one I did post, but Brandon Rogers and Yeah, I didn't see that one yet, but I
Okay,
did.
you're gonna love that.
There are like two versions that I have on my page. It's like Isaiah one and then is a Robbie one.
So from this, have you made any really cool connections from people reaching out to you, like press interviews? I mean, aside from Own Your Power, of course.
I've definitely made some interesting connections with people that I never would have thought I would have even spoken to. I'm trying not to be as antisocial as I normally am, and
Right, right, right.
actually speak to these people. This
Yeah,
is a big change for me. I'm someone who normally keeps their phone on airplane mode for like the whole day,
wow.
so
Yeah, get
so
ready.
it's kind of
I predict Ellen's gonna call you next.
that'll be interesting.
I, I just look. I'm putting it out there for you. I'm just letting you know. Um, One of the things, speaking of being of internet sensation and being so Googleicious, as we would call it, one of the things I want you to talk about is how you're protecting your work, because that's another thing a lot of artists don't know that they need to do. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
about that.
So I definitely made sure the song was copyrighted. I used two different ways to do it because sometimes a copyright can take a long time when you do it through us.gov.
Mhm.
There are different websites you can use. Like I also use songregistration.com, which
Good.
is works easy for like people who are working on a budget and they have to copyright a lot of stuff.
Right.
And I tend to write a lot of songs and I just upload constantly. Upload them to the songregistration.com website constantly just to make sure I have a record that I wrote it, because you upload the lyrics and the MP3 and all of that, so there's proof that you wrote the song. And then
Good.
you also should make sure you sign up to a performing rights company like BMI ASCAP.
Right.
I'm with BMI and I've
Good.
been with them since college. So
Good. 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 Yeah.
and
And
if
one
you
thing.
ever go viral, the first thing you should do is hire a lawyer.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely get like would it be a trademark lawyer? What kind of lawyer would it be for what
Well,
you do?
I have the lawyer that I have, she does like business and trademark and stuff like that.
Oh,
And I just happened to know her and stuff like that. So it was easy to reach out to her. But
good.
like it depends on what you're working on. If just I may eventually have to do entertainment, like get somebody to help also with entertainment part. But she's been really solid in making sure um I'm protected and making sure I know what I need to do and stuff like that. So
Yeah, because you might end up selling the rights to, like, let's say a movie or something. You never know. Just somebody's gonna want this because it's so catchy. It's so beautiful.
yeah, trademark everything, and then make sure you file different classes just in case because it's different classes that you have to file. I filed like three of them. So
If you want to do
um,
t-shirts, you want to do merchandise. Yeah, that's smart.
you want to do it, podcast, radio,
Exactly.
anything, just make sure you file different classes just in case, especially depending on how uh, how you plan to market your whatever you trademark it. And then if you went viral, you should just pretty much cover
All bases.
all your base.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One thing I wanna commend you on too that I think is so genius is when you all your songs that you put up on YouTube, you'll say, "Oh, I wrote this song for Adele. I wrote this song." So when I first saw it, I really believed. I said, "Oh, maybe she did. She's a songwriter. Maybe she's a big time songwriter we just never heard of." But you wrote a song that said, "I wrote this song for Jasmine Sullivan." Can you tell us about that song? Because that song I think is gonna be a hit.
uh, I wrote the song for Jasmine Sullivan, but it's definitely about my ex. But
Just letting you know.
just letting you know. But
You're a little bitter.
uh,
Wrote it.
yeah, I'm a little
Okay.
bitter, and I admit it. I'm one of those persons. I always say, I always joke with my friends, and they say, you could take the high road, but I'm gonna go to hell, or I'm gonna take the lowest road possible. So I always say that I'm still growing as a person, but I am,
Like, I'm still
just
evolving.
pray for me.
It's better you do it in the song than actually slicing his tires or anything.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was old me, but new me, I just write about it in the song.
Right, right.
So yeah.
Have you thought about doing? Well, can you tell us the name of that song so people can look it up?
Oh, it's called "I Hope You Go to Hell."
Are you too shy to sing like a line? Just sing one line so that they can hear.
I said I wish you the best, but honestly, I hope you go to hell. I hope you ain't doing well. And I pray to God you fail in everything you do. I really hope you lose. And I can't
Love,
think of the rest of the lyrics
love
right
it,
now.
love
But
it. It's like
I really felt that I
I
felt that in the moment when I wrote it.
no, that's a good breakup song, you know. So that's when you want to be real angry and bitter.
Right.
It actually reminded me. This might be before your time, but Alana Morris that had a
I love
song.
Alanis Morissette,
Yeah, she
so
had a song
you already
like,
know.
yeah, there you go. That's a song. Yeah, there was
I
a,
still can't believe she wrote that song about Joey from Full House. I'm just
is
like,
that who that was about? No, I did not
yes,
know
it was.
that.
It was. It's like a deep
That's
dive. It was like
deep.
a deep
No,
dive, like '90s deep dive. So
I did
yeah,
not know
she
that.
she wrote that. At the time, she was I think dating that guy, and she wrote that song about him. But I just keep thinking of him as Joey from the Full House. Like can't remember his real name, which is probably awful, but that's Joey from Full House, and that's what it's about.
My favorite line is I hope you and every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it.
Yeah, I like
That's
that line.
a funny ass line.
I like that line. It's like one of my favorite lyrics in the song.
I think all of us love that line.
Yeah.
So I guess last thing I wanted to ask you about are what's the next step for you? Obviously, we know starting to know your name. Everybody's starting to learn about you, follow you. What's next for you? What are you working on?
Um, I'm right now. I'm releasing and planning to release an album in February that I'm working on for 4 years, and I'm also working on wrapping up the recording to Earth is Ghetto,
Okay,
um, which is taking time because I'm doing the vocals from home. So,
okay. Are you having
uh,
other musicians join in now?
huh?
Are you adding more musicians to the song?
Um, I'm working with a producer that I really like. So and this was before the remixes started happening, but
Right,
I do have I do plan on eventually releasing like some of the remixes or like considering it, but I just want to get out the version that I initially planned on releasing before it kind of went crazy.
right. Well, I'm so happy I got you before Ellen and everybody else.
You're putting that on out there.
Yo, it's
That's
so gonna
good
happen.
vibe.
You coming out dancing to it. I can totally see it because it's a big deal. And you really inspire a lot of young artists. So I'm so proud of you. And I was like, I have to meet this young lady. I'm just so proud of you. So
Thank
continue
you.
doing your amazing work. And then let us know how people can find you. And if they want, oh, do you do singing lessons by any chance?
I do singing lessons. I haven't done them this month because it's been kind of crazy, but I used to teach piano lessons and vocal lessons for like 5 or 6 years. So
Oh wow.
I still occasionally teach them, but not as much as I used to.
Okay.
Um, it was intense.
Closer to
Uh,
me. I mean, I know you're in Mexico now, but when you come back to Georgia, I need to meet you in person.
yeah. Maybe
Learning
when this
piano, like
when
that's
this
singing.
Rona calms down.
Yeah, I know. Once you get you look,
Yeah.
I have to have your people talk to my people because they're gonna be too famous now.
My people is me. People keep saying with your people, but my people is me and my lawyer.
Oh yeah, there you go. Also, what's your website or what's the best way people can reach you and find out more about what you do?
I have a website called www.nikkialiah.com, or you can also reach it by going to aliahsheffield.com or earthisghetto.com. We tied it down to all three links.
I'm glad you got
So,
that. Spell Aaliyah for us because most people will spell it like the other Leah.
oh yeah, my mother wanted to be difficult, so it's ALIAH. So
No, no, I mean spell out the whole website address.
oh, okay. Oh, it's www.aliah Sheffield SHIEFFIELD.com.
Wonderful. And last question is, what do you do to own your power? What do you do to like get your peace? To get back to who you are.
Probably not great. I get a nice glass of tequila and just sit down at my piano and I write. And that's how I get back to where I am. And that's just usually always my method. No matter what time of night, at be 3 o'clock in the morning, at my best at 3 o'clock in the morning when I have like a glass of whiskey, a glass of tequila, or wine, or something, and I'm at a piano. So
Every time I look at that
that's
little
what.
baby face, I'm just like, what? Like I can't believe you drink. But I know you're grown. I know it. I'm in denial that you're the age you are.
Definitely 32. But I did get a lot of people assuming I was like a lot younger. But that's that honestly makes me feel great. So
Yeah, yeah. You don't need no makeup, girl. And I'm gonna ask you one little quick begging you. Can you sing that line of the song where you go, I wanna leave? Just sing that last line so I can hear it.
I wanna leave. I wanna leave. I wanna leave. I had to think of where it was.
Oh, sorry, I know that's the part that my neighbors hear all the time.
That's so funny. It's you and my other friend that's in Atlanta. He keeps saying that he's playing the song all the time. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, usually I'm just singing it, but thank you again for sharing your time with us and sharing your talent with the world and inspiring all of us and making us feel a little bit better, even though we want to leave too.
yeah, I'm still ready to go, but this is nice.
We gotta just be grateful for being alive. So we're so happy to have
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much,
Thank
Aliah.
you.
All right.
Earth is ghetto, I wanna leave. Can you beam me up? I'm out on the street by the corner store. You know the one on 15th. Got a bright shirt on, so I'm easy to see. I've been down here stranded indefinitely. I can't reach my planet, but I need to leave. You should see these people. It's hard to believe how they treat each other. It's hard to conceive. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. I wanna leave. They got their hungry, starving, nothing to eat, and the homeless living out on the street, and the sick are dying, cricket police, politicians lying, criminals on the street. I got 5 fuel if you need it from me. I'll sit in the back if we're riding too deep. Better lock the doors, these people are stealing cheap. Roll the windows off so we can ride off in peace. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. I wanna leave. Oh, I've been down here stranded indefinitely. I can't reach my planet, but I need to leave. You should see these people. It's hard to believe how they treat each other. It's hard to conceive. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Oh, Earth is ghetto. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Earth is ghetto. Oh, Earth